Lecturer video we learned biotic and abiotic component of ecosystem. In this video lecture we are going to learn energy flow in ecosystem. Energy flow in ecosystem. More than 50% of solar energy, more than 50% of solar energy, that is power, more than 50% of solar energy is falls on the plant. It falls on the plant, but plant utilize only 2 to 10% of power. 2 to 10% of power. The power means photosynthetically active radiation, right? It has range about 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. More than 50% of solar energy is falls on the plant, but plant utilize only 2 to 10% of power for photosynthesis process. This small amount of energy is enough for growth of plant. Only 2 to 10% of what is the photosynthetic active radiation is enough for growth of plant. See here, energy flow in ecosystem. Energy flow in ecosystem is sequence. It is sequence of transfer of food energy. It is a sequence of transfer of food energy from its source to through series of organisms from its source through series of organisms and with repeated process of eating and being eaten is called food chain. See here, this is a series. This is a sequence of transfer of food energy from its source. Source means the producer. Source to herbivorous, carnivorous, as well as primary consumer. Carnivorous means the primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, and top consumers, right? Here the energy is flowing, right? Energy is flowing from its source through series of organisms with repeated process of eating and being eaten is called food chain, right? See here, the each step or each unit in the food chain, we call it as tropical level, right? Each step is a food, it is a pyramid, right? At the base of the pyramid always the producers are present. Next, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. Producers, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Each step in the ecosystem, or each unit in the food chain, it is a food chain. Each unit in the food chain or ecosystem, each unit in food chain is called, each step or each unit in food chain is called tropical level, right? Tropical level. See, each tropical level in food chain consists a certain amount of living material, or biomass at a particular time. Each tropical level has a certain amount of living material or biomass at a particular time is called standing crop. Is called standing crop. The weight of biomass, right? The weight of living material or biomass is measured by dry weight or fresh weight. The weight of living material or biomass is measured by both dry weight as well as fresh weight. But the accuracy is dry weight. Accurate is dry weight, right? Dry weight is accurate one. Why? Because see here, when fresh weight, or we call it as wet weight, fresh weight or wet weight is going to change into dry weight, by losing energy or by loss of energy to the environment, by changing from fresh weight into dry weight by loss of energy, right? Hence the dry weight is an accurate one. See the example. Let us example how this energy flow takes place. Suppose a plant plants capture 20 joules of energy from sun, 20 joules, right? This plant is eaten by herbivore. This plant is eaten by herbivore. This herbivore get only 10% of that plant energy. It get only 10%. 10% of that plant energy. 10% means only 2 joules. Only 2 joules. This herbivore is eaten by carnivore. This herbivore is eaten by carnivore. This carnivore get only 10%. Is also 10% of herbivore. 10% of herbivore means 0.2 joules. 0.2 joules. See here, energy goes on decreasing from producer to consumer. Why? Because the energy is lost in the form of heat. Energy is lost in the form of heat. Energy is lost in the form of heat. Alright. This is the example. How hence the dry weight is an accurate one. Right? Nutrients are recycled. Nutrients are recycled, but energy cannot be recycled. But energy cannot recycled. Energy cannot recycled. Hence, the flow of energy. Hence, flow of energy. Flow of energy is unidirectional. The flow of energy is unidirectional. Right? Unidirectional. Is that unidirectional? Right. Next is the flow of energy in ecosystem. The flow of energy. The flow of energy in ecosystem is absolutely accordance with the physical principles of law of thermodynamics. Law of thermodynamics. Law of thermodynamics. According to first law. According to first law. First law of thermodynamics is energy neither be created, energy neither be created nor be destroyed, it going to transfer one form to another form. It going to transfer. It transfer from one form to another form. To another form. Hence the total amount of energy, hence the total amount of energy in the universe remains constant. Total amount of energy in universe remains constant. The flow of energy in ecosystem is absolutely accordance with the physical principles of law of thermodynamics. According to first law of thermodynamics, the energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It transforms from one form to another form. Hence, the total amount of energy in the universe remains constant. Energy remains constant. Next, what happens here? See, the first tropical level in ecosystem. The first tropical level in ecosystem, that is plant. The plant use a solar energy. Plant use a solar energy for photosynthesis process. For photosynthesis process, this plant is eaten by herbivore. This plant as eaten by herbivore. This herbivore get energy in the form of food. This herbivore get energy in the form of food. It is a food energy, right? That is food energy. This herbivore is eaten by carnivore. This carnivore is also get energy in the form of food energy. Hence, the energy flow in the ecosystem is from plants to from producers to carnivores. In between producers, herbivores and carnivores. Finally, this dead and decaying of plants and animals, they are undergoing decomposition process. This is about the energy flow in ecosystem, and thank you for watching this video.